All right, good morning, good morning. I think we are live and good to go. Let me check. Seems like we are all set.
Civilians are not permitted to carry firearms inside the safe area. Violators will have their weapon confiscated.
Let me grab the stream link as usual. Good morning, everybody. Alejandro from San Francisco. Welcome in, my friend. Javon, I can show you in just a second. Zeta, what's up? All right, let me grab this. Hold on. Share the link over here. What's going on, Harry? Wolf, Michael, Creeper. Good to see you all. Welcome in. And that and the thumbnail. All right, folks, I think we're good. Already got 50 people in here. Good morning and welcome in. Thank you for tuning in. We got GK, Sergeant Zilla. Great content on the channel. Thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate that. Matt Kane, what's going on, dude? Good morning. Good to see you. Hawk, what's up? All right. Who's it asking? Javon was asking what outfit. It is, I assume the one you're asking about is the jacket here. It's the Outcast Redeemed hoodie, and it's available in the store right now as a bundle for the next 6 days. It'll be gone after that. Assumedly, they'll bring it back at some point, but yeah, it's the current bundle in there that will go in 6 days. Additionally, to shout out at the top here for anyone who didn't see it, the recruiter outfit is back in the store right now for a limited time. This does not have a timer to it, so I don't know when it's going to go away. But that's down here in the featured section if you want either of the two recruiter variant outfits or the mask. Then additionally, they cycled in. We talked about the potential of this. Oh, you can find the recruiter one right here as well. They also cycled in the year 4 outfits from those season passes because we're now at that point. Although we're not yet because it's still Feylau in the throwback event. But anyway, they cycled in the year 4 outfits for the throwback event. So the year 2 ones are now gone. And if you want any of the year 4 ones from those season passes, they will assumedly stay in for maybe a week. I don't fully know. But those are in here now. So there we go. Limitless, what's going on, man? What will you do today? We will warm up per usual with Descent, so I get that project done quick. And then I'm going to be spending a good amount of time in Countdown. I have a list on my phone that I went in and made of pieces that I need to get for builds for Year 6 Season 2 that are going to be quite important to set some of those things up, and I need to do some farming. So we're going to do that. If people want to jump in at that point, they can. We'll get some of that going. And we'll see what happens after that. We'll probably stand there for a while. I know the weekly project right now is Conflict as well, and maybe I'll do a few games of that towards the end of the stream. We'll see. But I think that's the general plan. James, what's going on? Zetra, what's up? When's the new season? Not confirmed yet, but should be on October 29th. That's what the calendar here points to. I also posted on Twitter yesterday, if anyone follows me there, that there is a rumor going around that there will be a new batch of Twitch drops beginning on the 29th with Halloween-themed rewards, and that will coincide with the launch of the new season. So I would give it a, let's say, 92% likelihood that next season begins in 2 weeks' time from today. That's what we're looking at. Glad you like it, Michael. I like mine too. I wear it a fair bit. I can't lie. What's your main recommendation for the Heartbreaker primer weapon now that the Kingbreaker is being nerfed? I mean, I didn't test the Kingbreaker specifically on the PTS, so I'd have to give it a look once the update launches, but I assume that's still going to be one of the best options. It's going to be hard to beat Perfect Flatline for Heartbreaker, you know? So my gut would still say that, but I have not done the testing, so I will need to. But I mean, stuff like the Carbine 7 and the Honey Badger are both going to be strong. AR options. The Dare LMG is also really good for Heartbreaker, the LMG version with perfect flatline. So. What's up, Phoenix? Good morning. How are you? Adeus, hope I'm saying that right. All right, let me jump over to... Limitless said, can you show the talent pool for Descent? Yes, I can. I'll do that before I jump in. I guess I have to go to the castle version, but we'll do that before I dive in. Aaron said, morning from...
Hostile control point detected.
I'm staring at this name right now, deciding if I'm even going to attempt to say it. Saskatchewan? I probably said that horribly wrong, Aaron. I apologize. Easy to draw. But welcome in, man.
Facility detected.
All right. It is Envy for the talent pool right now, which I think is a pretty good one, right? Yeah, I mean, by the exotic pool, seems like it. James, I'm doing well, my friend. Thank you for asking. Emmanuel, what's up? Geronimo, good to see you. Can you answer if Striker is good these days? Yes, Striker is still pretty much the best set in the game. Shadow, what's up? Can't put the laser on the dare. I don't run, personally, when I run Heartbreaker, I don't run Technician, usually. Because, you know, I feel like with the headshot functionality, you almost don't need it. But that's true. If you want to run the laser, then maybe the dare wouldn't be the best. But yeah, I run Gunner. If I run the dare, get huge mag, tons of damage. It's quite good. The only thing that matters is full auto rifles. I know. I'm very excited for that one. Gonna be a lot of good builds coming with that right there. Got 110 people in the stream. Welcome in, folks. Appreciate you being here. Good to see everybody. Lightwood M4, if it were next season, I would take that. But let's do the M60. And Defender drone, why not? Lido, what's up, dude? How are you?
Constructing hostile combatant. Hostiles constructing. Hostile spawn from
Don't get the Descent hate. It's pretty funny if you want to blow off some steam. I think it just comes down to a preference of how people play the game. Some people really don't, even if it's temporary for a mode, don't like the idea of starting over again and doing that thing. You know, that's totally fine. That's what all these game modes are for, is having different options and experiences. I mean, I've said before, for me, my enjoyment of it would increase exponentially if there were save points to leave and return to. The devs have explained why that unfortunately is not the case and why they won't be able to do that, but in another lifetime, in another timeline, that would have been quite cool. Because I would have a ton of fun, like going in with friends, getting to... It's just because of the time it takes, right? If you get to loop 10, that's already like a 2-hour investment-ish. So you get there, maybe you take a break for a few days, come back, do another 5, do another 10, you know, work your way up higher and higher. That would be quite fun. I should have reloaded before right now. Bam.
Console available.
Matt Kane with the 10, dude. Thank you so much. Only had a couple of minutes to hang. Hopefully can swing back in later, have fun. Just to say that and drop out. Matt, thank you so much as always, man, for the generosity. I appreciate you greatly. Good to see you. And if you don't make it back in, I hope you have a good rest of your week, man. Thank you so much. Did they confirm a date for the new update? Rush, they have not confirmed it themselves. That said, I was saying a moment ago, I would give it like a over 90% likelihood that it's coming 2 weeks from today on the 29th. That's the date that the in-game calendar says, and there's also a rumor going around that a new line of Twitch drops is set to begin on the 29th to coincide with the update, and that they will be Halloween themed. That's not confirmed. I want to clarify. That's just something I heard. But yeah, I think it's pretty darn likely that it's coming out on the 29th.
Hostile construction initiated.
Wow, no, it came out of one door. IGM, how's it going? Been away for the game for months. Well, welcome back. Can you recommend any videos that will help me catch back up? Honestly, if you've only been away for, I guess this is the big, let me ask this before I give you an answer. Did you play after Year 5 Season 3, which came out in February of this year? Did you play that update, which had the Manhunt content in New York? It also came with a bunch of balancing changes. Whether or not you played that update will dictate my answer here. Souls, what's up? I missed this game. What's changed? Is St. Elmo's still good? Running after or returning after was amazing. Yes, the Elmo's is still a very good weapon. And what's changed? I mean, I'm not sure when you last played. Not a ton has changed since February, like I was just kind of explaining there. But the update coming in about 2 weeks' time is going to be pretty significant in terms of what it's changing for the game. So I'd say that's the more important one to watch out for. Smith, I've been good, my friend. Chilling, doing my thing. Enjoying life. How about yourself?
Entering new location. Difficulty rating. High value target.
No problem, Rush. No problem at all. That's what the streams are for, right?
Constructing hostile combatant.
Chatting, talking, all the good stuff.
Hostile construction
Honestly, I don't remember. Okay, no worries. So I would say, like I was kind of just saying, even that update that I'm referring to, not a lot changed systems-wise. It was just a very big balancing update. So they kind of retooled a lot of stuff in the game. Ever since they released the incursion for this game last October, so a year ago, not a ton has, like, fundamentally... Well, that's also not true. Essentially, the way you play the endgame, if you were already at the endgame, is mostly the same as it was a year ago. What they've changed since then is a lot of balancing stuff for builds. And then this summer, they released an update called One Endgame, where they restructured the game's leveling process so that you can get to level 40 even if you don't own the Warlords expansion. And in doing that, they streamlined a lot of things there. They basically wanted everybody to be able to play at the same endgame at the same level. So they've spent a lot of time in the last few months kind of streamlining how the game works. And now with this update that's coming at the end of this month is where they're really... That was sad. I had stopped talking because I knew I messed up there. It was just a warm-up, peeps. Don't worry. The update coming at the end of this month is the one that you should really, if you want to get back into the game, really start preparing for and learning about, just so that you know what's coming. I have a video which should be coming out this Friday that kind of gives you an overview look at what's coming in this next update. And over the next few weeks, there's going to be a lot of videos kind of diving back into the systems of the game. I want to put out an updated new player guide video. So I honestly wouldn't be too concerned about what's happened in the past year.
active.
More focused on what's coming soon, if that makes sense. So hopefully that helps. But if that's still confusing, let me know, and I'll try and I'll try and better clarify. Yo, Delta, what's up, man?
Shade tech prohibited.
Very
Access
good to see you,
denied.
dude.
Deactivating shade protocols. Entering combat simulation program.
All right, that was warm up. Now we're serious.
Safe area entered. Combat simulation.
Jack, what's up? Just got the BH. What does BH stand for that I'm not thinking of? No, Love It So Happy just dropped it now. Got to get the EB in the wrap. Oh, the Bighorn, duh. Nice, dude. The Bighorn is about to get a serious buff. Again, with that update at the end of the month. So, if you like it now, you're probably going to like it even more in a few weeks. They're doubling all of its mods, except for the headshot, except for the optic is going up by 10%. And then the talent is going to get you even more headshot damage, so.
Hostiles constructing.
But congrats on that. That's a good pickup. What's up, Jeremy? How you doing?
Initiated.
What backpack should I run with the Breaking Point gear set? Reaper, especially next update, I would actually recommend the Breaking Points backpack. It's going to increase your damage per stack from, I think, 4 to 7.2. So almost doubling the amount of damage you get from the gear set stacks. And that's going to be a very, very good way to run it. I will probably end up making some kind of build video that has that in it once the next update launches. So you can keep an eye out for that. But yeah, I would definitely recommend the Breaking Point backpack itself. Or Vigilance. If you don't want to do that, you can also go with something like Vigilance, although Breaking Point is a bit more of an aggressive set, so maybe that wouldn't pair the best, but
New room. Difficulty rating. Medium.
I think that.
Hostile construction initiated.
Okay, glad to hear it, IGM. Happy
Hostiles
to
constructing. Hostiles
happy to break that
spawn
down.
from highlighted doors.
And yeah, like I said, in the coming days and weeks here, I've got a lot of videos planned that should mostly get people up to speed. Because essentially, they, for the past year, they've been, like I said, restructuring things, trying to get the game to a better spot. Now they're revamping the seasons with this next update, and then the update after that in early next year,
Console.
we're getting an all-new DLC. So they've been working a lot on the back end of the game, but now they're shifting more towards new stuff and a big new content drop with the DLC. So exciting times ahead, for sure. Lucas, what's up, dude? Just passing by. Just a random traveler dropping in. How you doing, man? Are we getting a Halloween update or Halloween events? Alex, rumor has it. This is not confirmed. I want to stress, but rumor has it that there is a new round of Twitch drops beginning on the 29th. So in 2 weeks from today, that will have a variety of Halloween rewards.
Construction initiated.
So if and when that is confirmed, I will of course let y'all know. I'll do a video on it, but that seems to be what we're getting. And then I'm sure they'll throw a new outfit in the store because that's the that's the trend these days.
Console active. Supply station activated.
It's a whole new world next season, indeed. I mean, yeah. But the amount of builds and all that, it's going to be very different indeed. Any news on the undiscovered New York mask? Yeah, unfortunately on the last dev stream, which was, I don't know, a week or two ago, the game's creative director said that it apparently does not lead to anything. That hook on the wall. He said it's there for, and I quote, stupid game dev reasons. So I don't know why the hook is there on the wall, but according to him, on that recent stream, there is no mask out there, no secret to be found. It's a dead end, which is unfortunate.
Console online.
Just got an EB while leveling up my mule. This game is trolling me so hard. Well, hey, you can transfer it to your main then if you want. That's sick though. Congrats. So you were leveling a mule in the DZ and you got it from there. What do I want to... I guess I'll... swap it for this. Easiest way to get the Bighorn is Legendary Stronghold? Yes. I'm trying to remember. I can never remember. I've looked it up like several times because I always forget. You can get it from Legendary Summit as well. And I want to say it has like the same chance per boss in Summit as it does in the Legendary Strongholds, and there's obviously more bosses in Summit. So Summit might be the better way, but it's, if anything, they're close, right? I would say Strongholds or Summit are your two best ways. Obviously, besides the Dark Zone. I appreciate everybody shouting out the thumbs up. Thank you very much. Matthew, what's up? I'm doing well indeed, my friend. Pick up, dude. Trying to hit his pack is not going well with the MDR here. I'm on Xbox. Before it said Legendary Summit works perfectly, did it floor 30. I think it only took 6 or 7 runs. Nice. So yeah, that would be my inclination, would be to say Summit, because like I said, there's a higher density of bosses and all that. So yeah. And Summit, in my opinion, Legendary Summit becomes quite easy with certain global events. Like I've recently ran Guardians in there when that's active, and I just can't get this guy's pack for the life of me. There we go. So yeah, that's a good opportunity to do it if you're looking for one. Michael with the 23 donation. Thank you so much, dude. Not even a message. No nothing. Just supporting. Michael, as always, man, you're too generous. I appreciate that very much, friend. That was a weird lapse in what I was trying to say. Friend. Thank you, dude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And we're pushing almost 200 people in the stream. I appreciate you all being in here very much. Likelihood maximization, indeed. Alex said, are we getting a new incursion area? I almost hit end the simulation there. Unfortunately, I mean, we might in the future. We don't know. But the devs did say that currently they're not working on any, unfortunately. So that's not something to anticipate in the near future, we'll say. All right, we're getting several endorsements for Summit here for Bighorn. So definitely... I forget who was asking about that, but definitely go that route. Ronald, what's going on? And Mr. Sergeant Graybeard himself is in the house. What's up, dude? Good morning. How you doing?
Room selected. Difficulty rating.
Very good friend of the channel. Mr. Sergeant Graybeard there puts out awesome content on Division and many other games if you like some variety in your life. Richard, by the way, coming in with the 2 gifteds. Thank you, dude. Going to Lido and Delta. Very well deserved. Richard, thank you, my guy. And another. Going to witness me. You guys are too nice. As always, Richard. Thank you, dude. Richard, Michael, Matt being the absolute MVPs. Thank you so much, man.
Console active.
The comps have been the best thing as a reward from Descent. They're definitely pretty worthwhile if you're into the lore, yeah. All good here. Glad to hear it, man. We should only have about 2 weeks now before the next update. You ready?
Room selected. Difficulty rating easy.
Chad said, so what builds do we see changing the most?
Tiles constructed. Hostile spawn from highlighted.
As far as like existing builds that are changing,
Hostile construction.
I mean, Heartbreaker builds are going to be fun to use because that's getting a damage buff. So if you have like a really good Heartbreaker build now, that's only going to get better. Hardwired is another one that if you have a build with that, that's going to get even better. As far as new stuff, I mean, you have Aces and Eights. It now works with rifles. That's going to be big. A lot of rifles in the game are going to be much more viable now that they work fully auto. There's going to be a lot of stuff. I would, but I won't show you all of the builds that I've listed out on a note in my phone of what I want to make. There's going to be a lot of build videos on this channel once next season drops. There's a lot of stuff that I want to try out. So, yeah, get ready for that.
Entering new location. Difficulty rating easy.
What's the best setup to use in Division 2?
Constructing hostile combatant.
Alex, are you talking about builds when you say setup?
Hostile spawn from highlighted doors.
Ongoing directive is going to be great. True. Yeah, the chest piece there is getting buffed by a good chunk. And I forget if Sadist, because they changed Sadist from the first PTS phase to the second. I don't remember if it's still getting increased or if it's going to be the same as live. But Sadist is always a good option. Y'all gear is going to be fun. Yeah, Y'all is getting buffed as well. Can't wait for Season 2.0 to come out. It should be pretty fun, Rogue Family. I'm, and this is, you know, a hardcore elitist point of view. And I get that. I'm excited for a bit more grind in the game, you know? Grind out the season pass a bit. Grind out the modifiers. Have something to go for. I'm excited for that part of it, for sure.
Console active.
Richard with another one gifted going to 3D Crash. I don't think Richard said a single thing in the chat. He's just in here dropping gifts. Thank you so much, dude. I appreciate it greatly. And Crash, as well as the other, I think 4 people. Richard gifted to 3 people. Be sure to drop him a thank you. Down there for his generosity. I appreciate it very much, man.
New location. Difficulty rating easy.
So much kindness in our community here.
Hostiles
It's too nice.
constructing. Hostile spawn from highlighted doors.
Super excited for Hardwired, Non-Stop Seekers, and Jamming. Yeah, drones are now pretty much a non-issue. That's true, and like Legendary, that'll be particularly good. Sadist is going up to 30. I thought, I could be wrong, I'll have to look. I thought they reverted that for Phase 2. But like I said, I'll have to look.
Console active. Supply station online.
What are the best gear and weapons to use for the manhunt? I mean, pretty much the same stuff you run anywhere else. So builds like Striker are good, Heartbreaker, Hunter's Fury. Those are all solid ones. Isn't Y'all gear just Hasbro and or health buff? Y'all is the one piece you get 10 hazard. The 2 piece currently you get 5 weapon damage. In the new update it'll be 10. And then the 3 piece is 50% pulse resistance. Or 40? I don't remember. Somewhere in there.
Initiated.
So it's quite good. Richard with the 5, dude.
Hostiles constructing.
Got a new PC running with the 4070 Ti. Holy shit, man. You cheater, I know. I know I am. Congrats, dude. That's wild. 4070, you're going to be running Arc Raiders at max settings, huh? Congrats on that, man. That's big. And again, thank you for the generosity, dude. Gifteds, donations all over the place. You know I appreciate it. Alex, once I cleared this room, let me link you a video, man. I'll link you a video that should help out. Let me hit your pack. I'm trying to freeze you up there. Rogue family also with a 7-month member message. Keep up the awesome videos. Thank you, dude. And thank you for being a member for 7 months. I know you've been around here for a long time. I sincerely appreciate it very much. That doesn't really track, but you know what I'm trying to say. Thank you, dude. I don't think my brain is quite braining today. There's been a few things I've tried to say that once I review them in my head don't quite make sense, but we're here. Alright, let's jump down to this guy. I'm not up there anymore, dude. I do like how the ads like realistically track where you are, and then if they don't see you move, they'll still think you're there. That's a neat detail about the Division's AI. Ow. Alright, Alex, let me drop you a link real quick. What would I call it? While I wait for this to load. There's that. So here you go, Alex. This link that I'm dropping in the chat right now is 5 loadouts that I put together at the start of the year that I think, you know, between the 5 of them give you a very good, like, representation of builds that will work across all content in the game. So,
Fire simulation
just pin it.
activated.
I suppose. I mean, I don't know if anyone else really needs it, but yeah, I'll pin it. Good point, good point. Alright, I fell behind on chat a little bit. Let's catch up here. Will there be future manhunt missions? Yes. Yeah, seasons are continuing as is. I mean, the format is changing. It's now going to be scouts. But yeah, we'll still get climax missions. They're now going to have master difficulty. Should be quite exciting. Negotiator is going to be good, too, after the update. Very true, Matthew. Very true. I hope they bring back Snow for Brooklyn and expand it to New York. That would be cool. I'm hoping, but I'm not counting on it, you know? It would be fun. I can't find any info on the Brooklyn DLC. There is very little of it out there, OG. I mean, the devs have confirmed its existence. It's on the Year 6 roadmap, but as far as the name, as far as details, pricing, they haven't released any of that. So I would assume that's coming either later this year, early next year. But we still got a little bit to wait. Itachi, what's up? What sets we farming? I got to pull up the list on my phone. I'm going through Descent just to get the project done, because otherwise I'll forget to do it later in the week. But then I'm prepping builds for the next update. And I will figure out which ones I want to target first once we get there. Need the 4070 for Minecraft in streams. Why else would I need it? True. Gotta get those. I've seen those videos where people like upscale Minecraft graphics to look like real life. It's pretty funny. That's what you're going to be doing now. How do people skip right to the end game? I got a few friends coming back to the game. You can't skip right to the end game, but you can, if you have the Warlords expansion, you can skip to level 30 and just do that grind. So that's a quicker way to do it. English Foodie, what's up? Very good to see you, man. How are you? The Descent video you shared a few streams ago worked a treat. Good. Been smashing through solo run since watching it. Super happy to hear that, Salty. That's awesome. Was that the 1 minute Nemesis guide? If I'm remembering right. But yeah, very happy to hear that. Are they nerfing and buffing a lot of gears and weapons in the next update? Yes, Alex. More buffs than nerfs. There are some nerfs coming. But yes, a lot of stuff is changing. What's up, Mike? We are going to be going into Countdown, and I need to look at the list again, but I need some Walker pieces, I know. I need an Electrique piece. I need a Badger piece. There's many builds to be made for the next season. Thoughts on skill builds, like, specific to drones? Thoughts on them? I mean, I know that they can be quite good. I'm not quite the skill build expert, if you will. But I know they can be strong. Alright, I'm mostly caught up here. What do you mean by new builds? Is something changing today? 2 weeks from today, Isolated is when the next season should begin. It's not confirmed, but that's when it should kick off. And there's a huge balancing wave and pass coming to the game with that. That I've already got probably 10 builds on my phone saved that I intend to make. And so in order to save some time once that update launches, I'm going to try and get as many of those beforehand as I can, so that they're all ready to go. So that's the plan.
Console active.
I got the system corruption build from the Season 1 cache is nice. I understand why people say it's underwhelming. Do you think it should get a change or at least a buff? Excuse me. I think system corruption's in a weird spot because on paper, I think its talent is quite solid. In practice, sometimes the gameplay doesn't back it up. I still think it can be quite good. I made a build video on it after the changes they did in Project Resolve, so it still works the same as it did then. And I had a lot of fun with that, and I was getting a lot of kills in conflict. So I don't think it's bad, but I do think you have to play a very specific way and play around its bonus. And so maybe there are changes they could do to just make it more accessible. But I don't, off the top of my head, I don't know what that would be. Yeah, it's definitely one of the more niche sets in the game.
Console active.
When is the update? DJ Killa, excuse me, DJ Killa. Again, it is not confirmed yet, but it should be set for October 29th, which should be 2 weeks from today.
Activated.
But yeah, we're waiting on that final confirmation for that. Jorson, what's up, man? Very good to see you. How you doing?
Hostiles constructing.
Yes, indeed, the Nemesis guide. Yeah,
From highlighted doors.
nice. Well, I'm glad it worked. You know, a lot of people say that they can't get past like the first loop of Descent, and I mean, obviously you have to play it differently from the main game. But I think, yeah, as long as you use the right tactics, you can make it through it. So happy that helped out.
Console active. Supply station activated.
Can't wait to use OBS. Are you going to start recording and doing stuff, Rogue Family? Is that what you're referring to? I don't want any of those. I also don't really want any of these. Alright, I'm not going to re-roll again, but that was all kind of a waste. You should drop a post of your favorite upcoming builds. Well, I mean, as always, I don't want to promise that stuff is going to be good before I've tested it, right? So I don't know if I'm going to do anything before the update launches. But like I said, I've got a list on my phone of probably 10 builds that I believe are going to be good. And if they are, I will, of course, be making videos on those. So kind of like back when Project Resolve came out and I did like a Resolve build series. There's going to be, in the first like 2 weeks of this update, there's going to be a lot of build videos coming from me. Most likely. Again, we'll see which ones actually hold up, which are as good as I think they're going to be. And maybe which ones sneak up on us. You know, we'll find out.
Console online.
Oh, goodness. Almost killed myself there. Nah, touch for a week or so due to work. No worries, Isolated. And there will be plenty of videos coming from myself, you know, detailing what's up with the new update. So keep an eye out for those to stay in the loop. But
Constructing.
appreciate you jumping in the stream.
Highlighted doors.
I've just been farming rifles and gear sets for the new update. That's not a bad plan, for sure. Is there a rifle with perfect boomerang on it? Yes. It is the... what is it? The Virginian, maybe? I believe that's the one, which is an 1886 variant. Does this game hate dropping real info? I mean, I get it. They're, you know, we're still 2 weeks out. I think they're waiting for, as we've seen in the past, things can change at the last minute, so they're probably waiting for things to be fully locked down to announce it. I would assume the update's in certification right now with Microsoft and Sony, which is its whole own step. So my guess is next week they'll confirm it. It's kind of a lose-lose situation because, yes, you would ideally want communication well in advance, but then when things change and they have to walk back those plans, people are often not willing to be like, oh, that's all good. You know, they're then bad about it. So I would say there's no good way to do it, but yeah, hopefully we're here soon. He moved. Right as I went to shoot that. This is some thrilling gameplay right here. Dude, it's like he knows when I pull out the chem launcher. There we go. As much as I wanted Cess and Chatter, Plague of the Outcasts is going to make the Nemesis very easy, so let's do that. Alright, what did I miss in chat here? Let's see. By the way, pretty much 200 people here in the stream. Welcome in, folks. I appreciate you giving me the time of day. We're also only 14 likes out from 100 likes. If you've not yet hit the like button and you want to help out, it very much does help with the algorithm and all that stuff. And you can be one of the first 100. Like I said, thank you for being here, giving me your time. What do we got up here? Yes, I'm doing very well, Jorson. Thank you for asking. You playing with viewers today? Yeah, if people, I'm gonna jump into Countdown after this, and if people want to jump in, they certainly can on Xbox. So I'll get that rolling once we get there. What's up, Mav? Very good to see you. Is there any changes coming to current exotics that are not used, like the tardigrade? Misfit, yeah. Oh, sorry, I think I jumped way ahead though. Hang on, I will answer that. Let me just make sure I didn't miss anything up here. You should do a top 5 items to farm for the next update. That I will consider, Salty. I'll think about if there's... I'll think about it. For sure. Okay, yes, Misfit. The answer is yes. There are a lot of current exotics that are going to be a lot better now. Not the tardigrade specifically. The mosquito is one that's going to be quite popular now because they're changing its functionality to now also give you a big damage to armor buff for the whole group. So it's not replacing because Sledgehammer will still exist, but using it in combination with Sledgehammer is, I foresee, going to be like the new big thing to do in like raids and incursions. So the mosquito is one. The backfire is getting its talent not changed damage-wise, but you now only need 100 stacks instead of 200 because each stack gives you 2% crit damage. So I think a lot of people are probably going to have fun using the backfire now. The chatterbox is going to be very strong. There's a lot. Emery, hope I'm saying that right. What's up? Good to see you. What do I want here? I'm excited for the automatic rifles in Descent. Yeah, I saw GC Rock did a short where he took in the PTS, he took the M4 and gave it like 7-8 stacks of Allegro. it was basically the same gun as in Div 1, so I will definitely be doing that at some point because that sounds like a lot of fun.
Hostile construction
Yeah, that's going to be good. Is that your first run of Descent? I did wipe once before because I was being a bit nonchalant about it, but I'm just trying to get to the Nemesis for the project, and then we're going to dive into the farming. Alright, I better not stand right next to the exploding barrel here.
Console available.
I don't love that these are my weapons heading in for the Nemesis fight, but oh well. Jay Bernie, Rogue Ronan, what is up, friends? How you doing?
Room selected. Difficulty.
Nuclear, yes, I did. I've also heard about 27 other rumors, and that's kind of the reason why I'm waiting to make any kind of a video or coverage until there's actual movement, because for now it's just rumor after rumor after rumor that people are taking and running with, and it doesn't actually, in my opinion, contribute to the conversation. So once there's tangible stuff there to talk about, I will certainly talk about it. Nord, afternoon to yourself, my friend. How you doing? Speaking of ongoing directive, do you think the Striga is going to pair well with it? I wouldn't say particularly, because you can't get Sadist on the Striga, obviously, because it's an exotic. I think the set that the Striga is more likely to pair really well with is Negotiators, because it also deals with like spreading stuff around. But ongoing, I don't particularly see a inherent synergy there. Certainly, you can use it with like a Stinger Hive, and it'd probably be pretty good. But yeah. Love from London, Faz, welcome in. Hello back from the States. Thank you for being here. Any updates for Descent with different weapons or perks? No, they have announced no changes for Descent in the coming season and update. Let me check over here. And we shot way past 100 likes. Thank you all very much for that. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. All right, this room, then Nemesis fight. Then on to the farming. We got plenty to get to.
Hostiles constructing. Hostile spawn from highlighted doors.
Just had to follow him and watch him die. The boss didn't get hit by that as well? What the heck? Oh, he's healing. Don't love that. This trigger looks legit. Yeah, I'm excited to see the final changes they make there. I didn't love it in phase 2 with the change they made to the talent. I'm hoping they kind of go the other direction where they increase the talent range. Even if that means reducing the damage a little bit, I think that would be a lot more fun. But either way, it should be a good and fun new exotic for sure. Have you tried Off the Grid yet? I have not. I've been watching gameplay on it. It definitely looks fun. I don't love that there's... And to be fair, I have not done any research, so I don't know the specifics. I know that there's like NFT and blockchain stuff in there to a degree, and I'm not the biggest fan of all that. But the game itself looks fun. I am currently... I don't think it's against the rules for me to... I can't like give any details, but I can say I'm in the Exoborn closed beta that's going on right now. I made a video on that back in December for the Game Awards, and having a lot of fun there, for sure. All right, I think I want it for this gun. Let's do all ammo. All right, let's get it.
Entering new room. Difficulty rating.
Prey, what's going on? Delta, I'm looking forward to playing one.
Construction program activating. Nemesis.
All right, let's see how this goes.
System malfunctioning. System restored. Hostile explosive trap detected.
Yeah, you gotta get a little closer, man. Oh gosh. He's gonna heal up back there and grenade him. Maybe. There we go.
Simulation terminated. Collate and gather.
I think this is the second to last Descent comm for the season. So I actually need to get ready to next week make the recap. It's gonna be... Talk about crazy lore. That's been a wild, a wild track this season of Descent comms. I want to see what the name of this one was. I won't listen to it on stream because I know people don't like spoilers, but I want to see the name. Called MIT. All right. Ken, what's up? Doing quite well. Life's good. Prepping for the next update. Very good stuff. And Karazi, what's going on? Doing well indeed. Again, very glad to hear that you made it through the chaos of the last week. Good to see you. Misfit said, I think it was a year or two ago that the devs said they were going to make changes to Summit and Kenley College. Are those changes still coming, or are they abandoned the changes? I personally am not remembering what you're referring to. I can't recall any kind of release or statement where they said that. Maybe it happened and I'm forgetting. If so, I would love a link to it or something if you've got it. But I don't specifically recall them saying something like that. All right. All right, let me look at my, like I said, I have a list on here of things I need to farm. And that includes 2 different variations of a Walker and Harris chess piece. So I say we go for Walker first. So I'm going to set this to that. I'll probably run this build. All right, so if anyone on Xbox wants to do some countdown runs, feel free to drop your gamer tag in the chat. And I'll get you in. Probably going to run on challenging unless people really wanted to do heroic. We could do that. But, yeah. That's the plan. First, I'm thinking about getting back into the Division 2. If you haven't played for a while, then I would say this next season's a good time to get back in. They made a lot of streamlining and changes to the leveling process. They're releasing Seasons 2.0. Going to be a big balancing pass. So, yeah. What's up, Lion? Never completed Descent. Can I still obtain all the comms since the very first Descent com? You can. The only thing I can't promise you is the rate at which you will do it. Some people, when they've like missed out on a lot and they play it, they'll get a bunch in one go. They'll get like 15 or 20 or 30 comms from one run. Sometimes it just gives it to you one by one. I don't know what the breakdown is of why it does that, or like what the method is behind there. But yes, you can get them over time just by doing. You'll only get it, I think, your first clear per week. I think. Again, it's kind of murky there, but you can indeed get all of them over time.
Now group leader. Another agent is in your group.
Yeah, OG, feel free to throw the gamer tag in the chat once you get on. Lord said, do you play a lot of Summit? I wouldn't say a lot, but I dabble sometimes. I dabble. All right, let's start this before I invite more people.
Another agent has joined your group.
I don't know if... I'm assuming this was a name that someone was thrown in. Let's find out. Got OG. Seven. Ooh.
Another agent is now in your group.
All right, there we go. I think that's everybody. And we're going to do multiple runs, so no worries if people want to join afterwards as well. Alex, no problem. I hope you enjoy some of those. Can the Summit level you up quickly? Summit is not really known for its fast XP, no. It's better for loot and like difficulty customization. I got to do the trick here for matchmaking. There we go. What build are you currently working on? Several, Lion. Two of the ones that I need with Walker are... I'm going to try like a shotgun sniper build since the next season is introducing items with huge range buffs with like weapon handling. That's one I want to try. And then what's the other one for? Oh, I want to make a swap build with the new holster. That's another one. So there's going to be a lot. Well, I mean, to be clear, when I say it's not great for XP, I'm talking about if you're going for like maximum XP efficiency. I wouldn't necessarily count Summit in that club. But yes, for overall farming and like character progression, Summit is definitely a solid option. Hope you turned your Chronos off, you'll be exposed. I know. I'm glad people found that as amusing as I did. That was definitely a fun video. Cronus can't help me with matchmaking. I feel like this is one of those weird... Let me start it and restart it. Countdown on challenging, like, always has people, but sometimes the... Oh, now we got people. Now it's filling up. It's like, if you pre-make a group and then you turn on matchmaking, it'll sometimes, like there, it won't work for a few minutes, and then it'll just put a bunch of people in. Or sometimes you have to, like, stop and restart it, but now we're full. All right, let's get her going. Do you recommend difficulty level and challenging or heroic to level up and get great gear? If you're new to the game, Alex, I would definitely not recommend heroic. It's pretty high end. I would start on maybe hard, see how that feels, and then if you want to go to challenging, do that. But don't feel pressured to push yourself too early, because you might run into some frustrating gameplay walls.
Communication relay offline.
Rikers have taken the power plant. Not sure what they're trying to do with the reactor, but they've triggered...
Riley, I apologize for not getting you in on this one. I will definitely, as soon as we're done, I'm going to do a few runs of this, so I'll invite you for the next one, for sure.
We need to remove the safeguards and restart the reactor.
No, Salty, I've always been Xbox. I play on PC for the PTSs. I got a setup going so I can do that, but otherwise I'm always on Xbox.
Lockdown safety protocols initiated.
Still, Wolf? I'm sorry to hear it, man. I hope you're able to get that cleared up. I mean, I know you can't do anything about it. I know that all too well. I'm sorry to hear it, man.
System reactivated.
All right. Why not heroic countdown? I think challenging... I mean, I like playing on heroic countdown, and I actually think heroic countdown is going to be a lot of fun with the modifiers next season, because there's still a good amount of a ceiling there to pump the damage. I think heroic countdown is challenging, is more difficult enough than... This is getting confusing with the difficulty names. I think heroic countdown is more difficult enough compared to challenging that if you're just going for farming and efficiency and speed, it's not quite worth it, in my opinion. I think heroic countdown is worth to farm regularly if you have a group that you're coordinated with, that you all have high levels. Because if you're matchmaking and half of your team is below shade level 1000 and they don't have great builds, there are definitely cases where you can fail a heroic countdown run. And I don't think the reward makes it that much more worth it, if that makes sense. I feel like that was a very weird way to explain it. But that's just me. Plenty of people prefer heroic, and that's totally valid.
The target should be nearby.
If they just change the countdown map or add some extra 2 maps, it would be better. What do you think? I mean, certainly. Any additional maps or content they want to add to this game, I think would make it better. No question. It's just a matter of, do they have those resources, and what other stuff are they trying to prioritize, you know? But yeah, I think having another countdown map would be very cool. So you PvP on Xbox with controller too? Yes. Yes, I do. Yeah, I think challenging, like, the loot quality you get, I mean, the loot quantity is still the exact same. The quality is still good enough that I just find it hard to justify doing heroic when the fail rate can be a lot higher. Would be down for the next round? Absolutely, Stefan. So we got you and Riley that we'll be sure to get in. We'll be close to getting a full stream group then. That's cool. And I'm down to try heroic if everyone wants to.
High value target detected.
We'll take a look at the levels.
High value target neutralized.
Oh, someone just did admin on their own. Wow. We're gonna get these done very quickly then. Well, I'd say then utilize the seasonal character slot for hardcore. Oh, yeah, just so that we have another... Yeah, we have 4 slots and then hardcore. That would certainly be cool. I hope they find a good way to use it. Love your content, bro. Keep it up, Max. Thank you. What do you think on the Keener thing in Div 2? You mean, I assume you mean with him returning to the story?
Area secure.
I talked about originally in the video when that first happened. But I think in general, I mean, I'm not a fan of, like, the return from the dead cliche and storyline that many franchises will use. I think death should have meaning and purpose, and if you do it too much, then it's like you never really feel like someone has... Or whenever you see someone die, you don't really believe it. I don't think we've gotten to that point yet in this franchise because it's only happened... The one with Hornet back in year 2 was a bit cheesy. They probably shouldn't have done that. The one with Keener, again, I don't think it's perfect. I think it's clear that they retcon some stuff. But I do think that the explanation they gave makes sense in the lore, right?
10 minutes.
So because of that, I'm willing to accept it and move on. I mean, I think it's great that we have Keener back. I think that's a worthy trade-off, you know? So, it's not perfect, but I do, I accept it. We got Reaper in the chat. What's up, man? Yes, certainly. I mean, let's get a whole group going from the stream. That'd be fun. So I'll invite everybody once this run's done. What's up, Ramon? Out of town for a week. Just got on stream now. No worries, man. Thank you for being here. Did I miss anything new or any news? We talked about at the start how they have rotated in some cosmetic items. The recruiter outfit is back right now. They also swapped out the year 2 legacy outfits in the store for year 4 ones from those season passes. I would say that's the only like important news item for the stream. Otherwise, we're just prepping some builds for next season right now.
Good work decrypting the protocol. You need to remove those controls to get the reactor back online.
Is your world map on challenging? No, I play outside of game modes. I always play on heroic. It's countdown specifically where I usually lower it to challenging. But again, if I had like a pre-made group that I was always playing countdown with, like 8 people, then I would probably always play on heroic. It's simply because it's so reliant on matchmaking and what kinds of players you get in that pool. I myself am willing to let the whole Keener back from the dead thing slide, considering the dev team is significantly smaller than expected. Yeah, and I mean, if they are going to do the things that we think they're going to do with the Brooklyn DLC, I think it'll be worth having Keener back. I mean, we'll have to wait and see how good that is, but I got hope that that's going to be a very, very awesome story moment for the franchise. Is the event over today? The throwback event? No, it's going on for another 2 weeks. So it goes right up until what should be the launch of next season, which we think is on the 29th. It's currently on season 4. I believe tomorrow begins season 9 for the Catharsis. But no, it's still got a ways to go. Best way to farm the Bighorn besides the DZ? We were actually just talking about this earlier. Legendary Summit is technically the best way to do that. But you can also do Legendary Strongholds. But those two are like the Bighorn's inherent drop source. And so those will get you a higher chance than the DZ. Yes, Prey. That's what I run on. I did in the last video. You're using Kronos. I was missing all my shots. I know. That's why. I mean, you know, I get it. Sometimes something looks suspicious. You're like, is that person cheating? I get the suspicion sometimes, but especially from my point of view, when you could see that I was definitely whiffing in some of those fights, I thought it was particularly funny. Did they already kill all the hunters back here? I don't know.
System malfunctioning.
I guess they did, or they all ran this way.
System back online.
Is system corruption and legacy cash worth to farm for PvP?
When you're ready to come home,
Um, I mean, if you want to use that build, sure.
Agent down.
I think there are plenty of, of build options for PvP that don't involve system corruption. So if you don't want to go through that hassle, then no, you certainly don't need it. But if you want to try that specific build, then yeah, I would take advantage of those caches before the throwback event ends. Oh, Dominic, you meant Polarity. Yeah, I think today's the last day for Polarity, and then it goes to Hollywood tomorrow.
System reactivated.
There we go. Alright, chess pieces, chess pieces. I'm in love with the Virginian rifle at the moment with the Baker's Dozen. Yeah, and I would say try using the Virginian with aces and eights next season. That's probably going to be a very good combo. I found another bug in Legendary. The bosses in Manning Zoo were significantly more spongy than normal. Me and my friends took 15 minutes to destroy one piece of armor. Well, that's odd. I mean, I know those ones are tanky to begin with, but yeah, 15 minutes seems excessive. I'll see if I can find anything out about it. Nuclear.
see you. Kilo inbound on your location.
Will Umbra be good with rifles next season, as it should buff rate of fire? Yes. I think it will definitely be good. We tried that out briefly, or I did, in the PTS. I think specifically, like in modes like Conflict, that'll be really good because of the high burst potential. In terms of like sustained DPS on higher difficulties, maybe it would lack a little bit. But I think in general, yeah, if you just want to have some fun, it should be quite good. Alright, did I get any... That's close. Well, maybe it's not. Don't need that, don't need that, don't need that. Alright. There's more loot, but I'm not gonna waste the credits I would have missed out on from not extracting.
I'm impressed. I was pretty sure we're gonna lose.
Yep, I got you, Abigail. We'll get everybody in. And then we've got, if Riley and I think Stefano could drop their gamer tags again, I'll be sure to get them in. We got Reaper as well, I know. So we should be close to 8 people, I think. Let me make the countdown group first. Let's try... I mean, I'm down to try Heroic. Let's give it a go. Alright, recently played with... Well, I put 6 people in there. Who else? There was, oh, it was Michael. Let's get Michael. And then... Great gamer tag there. Love that.
Another agent has joined your group.
Rosie said made a silly little meme about you and Captain Elbow posted in the Discord. I will absolutely look at that once the once the stream is done. The few memes that have been made about me before, I find hilarious. So thank you for taking the time. I'm excited to see it. Okay, we have Reaper and Riley. Let me find Riley's up here. Okay. That's 6. Then we have Reaper. I think it's just that, isn't it? No? Okay, hang on. Oh, 78. 78. Alright, that's... Alright, we're getting a lot of names in the chat. I will try and get everybody in.
Another agent is now in your group.
What's up, Jay Tobin? Good to see you. Alright, sorry folks, we're just getting the group filled up. I got you, Woody. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. It's tough to always get everybody in one go. Let's get... We should... Okay. Riley didn't join. We do have Rowdy, though. Okay, that's 7. Michael with the 10 donation. Again, dude. Thank you so much.
Agent has joined your group.
Just supporting. No message, no nothing. Michael, as always, dude, thank you for the generosity. Oh, I need to go. I don't like doing this now when I stream. Okay, 1 sec. Alright, then let's get Madden here. I think that'll give us 8. Alright, I think we are going to run on Heroic. If anybody wants to change their builds accordingly. We'll see how we do. And then I need to... It's doing that thing again where it wants me to confirm my identity while I'm live on YouTube. I don't know why it started doing this, but I don't like it. But we're going to do that. In case something happens with the stream. That's why. It's making me
Another agent is now in your group.
re-sign in while I'm live. Okay. I think we're all good. What kind of levels are we looking at? We should be fine. 84,000? Reaper, I didn't realize you were that high, dude. That's crazy. Alright. Did I clear out my... There we go. Let's get it. And then I will do this dumb sign-in thing while that's happening. Hopefully everyone can still hear me while I go through this. Almost chucked my phone onto the floor.
Communication relay offline.
Cleaners have infiltrated the power plant. They triggered a lockdown. I'd rather not have their slash and burn tactics anywhere near a nuclear reactor. We need to get control of the experimental
Alright, I think it's good.
reactor.
Question mark, maybe?
Reactor unstable.
Well, it's definitely not because my thing is way behind.
Protocols activated. 15
That's weird.
minutes lockdown.
Can y'all on the stream confirm that everything's still good? Because when I go to my YouTube tab, it's frozen up from like an hour ago when we were in descent. But on OBS it looks fine. As long as y'all can hear everything, then we're good.
System curtailed.
Alright. Everyone says it's good, so we'll rock with it. That's weird. Just YouTube doing YouTube things.
System restored.
Alright, heroic countdown. We're gonna have to put our foot to the gas here to make sure we get everything done. He's gonna try and heal. No way he got that off. That's tragic. There we go.
System back online.
Get him with sledgehammer. Yes. Get extra damage in. Done.
That agent will need assistance.
Alright, what do we need? Admin turbine. Let's do turbine since we're right here. Someone just did the let's go emote. Love that. I'm consulting my crystal ball and I see D3 coming. Oh, I thought I meant Division 3. I'm like, Division 3 coming back? D3 FNC, you mean? That would be something. Certainly a very popular set from Div 1, no question about it. There it says I'm lagging out a bit. Can anybody else in the stream confirm if they're seeing that? Sometimes you just need to refresh the page, Harry. I'm not sure why it does that, but... Alright. Other people are saying it's good. Yeah, just try refreshing, Harry. Sorry for the thing there. I might need to look into using a different browser. Apparently, if you try and use YouTube on anything other than Chrome, Google will bottleneck it on their end because they want you to use Chrome, which is frustrating, but yeah, so I might have to look into that. So I wonder if that's where all these little issues stem from. Alright, we got that done. Let's go. Where's the Shade Crew one? An admin? Got it. What do you mean Chrome's the best? I wasn't trying to throw any shade at Chrome. I just mean that I personally haven't... That's not my main browser. It's not what I use, but I might have to make the switch if YouTube's going to be messing with my experience otherwise, you know.
Protect the engineer.
Let's see, did this ever catch up? Nope. Still says my stream is 48 minutes in, so...
10
fine.
minutes to lockdown. Evacuate the facility. Shade tech detected.
Oh, I'm sorry, Riley. If anyone drops out for future runs, we'll get you in for sure.
Hostile striker drone detected.
Max, thank you very much for
Hostile detected.
for being here, for watching. I appreciate it. Hope you have a great rest of your day and week. Nice picture of me and Marook's using Microsoft Edge. I can confirm I'm not using Microsoft Edge. I mean, let's see. You guess what I'm using. Let's see the first person to guess it. I know some people throw shade at this one, but I did my research. There's a reason I picked it. Harry, probably another 45 minutes or so. It's not going to be a super long one today, but we'll go for a bit longer. It's on Opera. Oh yeah, Riley got it. It's Firefox. Which I know some people, it's weird, like when you look, because I did some research when I set up my PC, I'm like, what should I
Agent, you should be able to access the lab.
what should I get going? And some people were saying Firefox was outdated and not good to use, whereas other people are like, it's the most balanced browser in terms of speed and security and all that. So, look, I don't really know jack when it comes to browsers, but that's the choice I made. Line said Bing. Ooh, we get the EMP for the last one. We're making good time here, people. Still got 8 minutes to go.
Agent, you've reached the lab. I need you to stabilize the
Mozilla
reactor.
fanboy. What does Mozilla do beyond Firefox, Delta? I actually have no idea. Dominic said he made the switch from Firefox to Chrome.
You're in. Now, just need to find and destroy those fuel valves.
I'm using command line interface. What is that? I did my research. What is command line interface? If that's an internet or tech joke, you told it to the wrong person. That's not my forte. Dominic, what's your experience been like on Chrome? Do you recommend? Michael, I appreciate that very much. I should be good. The two, I need 2 different chess pieces that are kind of with weird drops on them. So I should be all good on the backpack. But thank you for looking out. I appreciate it, man.
Nice work on the valves. Now, I need you to expose the reactor's core.
Alright, which one? We need the console over here. Are we doing that? I helped develop JavaScript. Oh, I got you. It's cool of them. I'm using NASA Net. We got some... got some obscure pics in here. I only switched because I was told Firefox is outdated, but I was told wrong apparently. If I wasn't using YouTube, then I would continue on with Firefox. Like I love it. I think it's great. But it is like it loads incredibly slow on here compared to other testing that I did, and I keep having all these weird things with the stream. So I kind of believe the thing that people say online, which is that Google bottlenecks the performance of YouTube on non-Chrome browsers, at least on Firefox. I don't know if that's true for others, but I seem to be noticing that trend over time. Like Delta, I need to show you what I'm talking about sometime. Like it's not even funny. Like the loading times on here, like any other website, any other anything, I'm good. Even if I use Firefox on my laptop, which is a Mac, it's fine. But specifically on my PC, YouTube on Firefox is like ridiculously slow. This guy is just strafing into my face. Yeah, I'll show you sometime. I mean, hey, if it can be fixed up without me having to switch browsers, I'd love that. But I've tried everything I can think of and everything I've researched, so we'll do that sometime. Keep sending them out this door. Oh.
Serious trauma detected.
Gotta go through a chest piece. Certainly if you don't need it, Michael, I'll take a look at it. I don't know if it's specifically the ones I need, but I certainly will not refuse.
High-risk target detected. System reactivated.
Is it a boss? It is. Yeah, let's just do that. What happens when you use a private browser? I'll shoot you a message after this. At some point I'll probably end up saying something wrong that I didn't actually do. But yeah, if you have any interest in looking at it, I would love you to. It's been a thorn in my side for a while. There we go. Main objective complete. Good job,
Good work,
peeps.
Agent. You saved the plant. Move to extraction point. Shoot off a flare when you're ready for Torres to bring you home.
Riley and Doctor, I am currently with what I'm targeting. I'm trying to get 2 different Walker and Harris chess pieces for some builds next season. But they gotta have some specific roles on them. Wanted to try an SMG build, farm some Hunter's Fury. What other gear branchlets would you recommend? Yeah, I would agree with Delta. Sokolov for your chest and backpack using Adrenaline Rush and Intimidate. Or Bloodsucker and Intimidate. I kind of prefer Bloodsucker, but either one works. That's a good combo. You could also do the Memento on your backpack with a Sokolov chest. That's a very good one. But yeah, I would say 400's Fury is great. Just don't use the chest or backpack. They're not really worth it. Do the other ones. Okay, thank you, Michael. Let's, once we're out of here and I'll invite you and you can drop them. I appreciate you looking out, man.
System curtailed.
Get on that helo.
What would you say is the best way to get exotics and classified on Division 1? I actually just did a video on that recently, Kyle. I did like a new and returning player guide. There's a few good ways. I think the top 3, in my opinion, are Underground, Dark Zone, and Resistance.
Activated.
Those are all really good. Ooh.
Immediate medical assistance needed. Hostile phaser drone detected.
Hey, Dominic, thank you very much for hanging out, man, and chatting. Much appreciated, as always. I hope you have some good fun, or whatever you're doing with those plans. And yeah, we'll see you back. Have a good rest of your week.
System curtailed.
Or if you want, Michael, once we clear the ads, you can just drop them in here. That way we don't have to reinvite separately after the run. Whatever works best.
Helo is ready when you are. Shoot a flare to signal for it.
Don't need those. This is pretty sick that we have an entire group full of people from the stream. Don't need those. Don't need those. Oh! Someone got it. No!
A lot of people are gonna lose power.
No, the flare went off, game.
We're gonna lose.
That was
people.
tragic.
We need to get the plant
No one
back
called it at
online.
the end. That's equally my fault as much as anyone else's.
Agent is no longer in your group.
That was tough.
An agent.
The flare went up, though. That should count. That should count. That was crazy. Thank you very much, Kyle. I appreciate the kind words. Here, let me invite you, Michael. I need to check my own ones that I got. Wonder why you don't show up on the thing there. That's weird. Alright, anyone who wants to do another run, we will do another one. I'll set it up in just a sec here.
You have been promoted to group leader.
Okay, let me actually pull up what I need, so I'm not just blindly marking these. Okay, I need crit chance and damage with gunslinger. I need headshot damage with weapon handling. So not that. Not that. Okay. Thank you very much, man. Oh, that was... This one's close. If that had... I can take this temporarily if I don't want an armor roll. Yeah, that's close. Thank you, Michael. Alright. Let's go back in. Addy plays. I'm doing well. How are you? Nope, not matchmaking. We're gonna make our own. Let's go and invite anyone who's on this list. Who are we missing?
Another agent has joined.
Who's the one? Oh, that's 8. Oh, sweet. There we go. That's easy. So yeah, we'll keep that for that one. Let me mark that so I don't accidentally deconstruct it later. I'm going to clear my inventory if anyone else needs to prep for the next run. I think we need a fit change, people. Yeah. Go with this. All right. Totally up to you, Matt. I think Bandit does want in, but that's totally up to you. You do not have to leave. How can I get an invite to the next stream? I'm purely taking people in from the chat, Aussie, since we're doing countdown. So if a slot opens up, you're certainly welcome to join. There's no priority system or anything like that. Okay, whoa, we got a lot of questions and things flying in. All right, Matt jumped out. I appreciate you making the room, man. Let's get Riley in here. All right. Someone's asking what the build is. Let me throw you the link in the chat so you can check that out.
Another agent is now in your group.
I'll link this one at the top so that if anyone wants to know for the rest of the stream, that'll be there. By the way, Devon, not sure which way to say it, but thank you so much for becoming a member of Rogue Studios, my friend. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. Welcome to the club. You now get the cool badge next to your name. You get emotes to use in the lives and on videos. Devon, you got it, man. Thank you so much for the generosity. I sincerely appreciate it. As I said, welcome to the club. Thank you for supporting what I do. All right, let me drop this link. Oh, it's not going to let me do it. Shoot. That's annoying. Scott, unfortunately, it's not going to let me drop the link because my YouTube browser is bugged out right now, which is very annoying. If what you see on screen is good enough, let me know. If not, let me know how I could send it to. If you're in our Discord or over on Twitter, I'm happy to DM you the link after the stream. But yeah, my apologies about that. For some reason, my thing is being dumb today. Or if Delta's still in here as a mod, he could drop the link too. But we'll figure that out. All right, let's get this going since everyone's waiting. My apologies there. He is still in here. Delta, if you type into Google RogueGold Incursion DPS, a build with like an orange thumbnail should pop up. If you don't mind dropping the link for that in the chat, that would be sweet, dude. All right, Scott, the link is incoming from our resident mod in the chat. Thank you very much for looking that up, man.
The plant is going into lockdown. We need to shut down the broken transformers and restore the power grid.
Reactor unstable.
Has anyone commented on the call for help being broken? Yeah, the devs know about it. I don't know what happened to the fix. I think it was supposed to go in a while ago, and then they just kind of didn't. So I'm not sure what the status is on it. Since I did a short story in the fall for Canada for the division, do you think they should continue the short stories? I wonder what happened in the EU. I mean, any additional transmedia or lore stuff they want to do, I'm game for, you know? I'm not picky. I'll take whatever. Yeah, I want to say that Canada one was like, Ubisoft themselves didn't do it, but it was like licensed with them and someone else did it. I don't remember the exact story on that. But yeah, like I said, anything I'm down for. We did get a peek at some of the EU countries in the Ellis comms back from the Fei Lao climax mission. So that was a cool peek. But yeah, if they want to do more in-depth stuff, I certainly wouldn't complain. Alright, there we go. There's the link. Can I pin that one? It's not going to let me pin on here either. That's so annoying. I had to figure that out. But anyway, the link that Delta just posted, Scott, is the one you need. By the way, Devon with a $10 super chat. First super on a live stream. Thank you so much for the support, dude. Become a member and donating. I sincerely appreciate that very much. I was wondering if you could look at my build and give me some pointers. Feel free to send it in, if you're in our Discord server by chance. That's a good way. You could just post a picture of it there, and you could tag me in the Build and Theory Crafting channel. I'd be happy to. Sure thing. But Devon, thank you very much for the membership and the dono, man. The support is greatly appreciated. Alternatively, if you're not on Twitter, or sorry, if you're not on Discord and you are on Twitter, you could DM it to me there too. What's the Discord channel? The invite link is in the description of the stream, as well as all my videos there. So that should work out. Yeah, and then what you'll see under the Division 2 section, there's a Build and Theory Crafting channel. So feel free to send a picture in there, and then you can tag me, and I'll be sure to take a look at it later today. I don't know how did we all end up over there, but not, okay, we didn't grab that one. So let's get cooling tower, I suppose, and then we'll loop back to containment. We got 12 minutes, hopefully we can roll through these. And there we go. By the way, Sod, hope I'm saying that right. Sorry I missed your question earlier. When does the new season start? They haven't fully confirmed, but it should be set for October 29th. So that would be 2 weeks from today. Like I said, we're still awaiting official confirmation, but that seems likely. Unable to accept invite on Discord. Everything's just going wrong today, huh? That's what life's telling me. Well, I'll have to look into if that invite link. I don't see why it wouldn't still be good. It keeps getting used. Delta, if you don't mind doing one more one more task for me. I know you're an admin on the Discord server as well. Could you possibly grab Devon an individual invite link and send that in the chat? I don't know why. I'll have to look and make sure the link there is still good. Like I said, it should be. But that's weird that you're getting that. Alright, thank you, man. Devon, stand by for Delta. He should send you a... He'll put an individual link in the chat there. Matt Kane! What the 10 gifted. Like the absolute legend he is. Going to Xavier, Zero Cool, Michael Joe Exposed, Rifle, Karoku, Man's Nothing, and Swede. As always, Matt, thank you for the generosity, man. And if any of those 10 people are here in the chat, please drop Matt a thank you for being awesome. As always, man, Matt, I appreciate you supporting what I do on here very much. Can't emphasize that enough. And by the way, Devon, Delta just dropped that link in the chat, so try using that one, see if that works. Alright, let's skip on over to containment. Yeah, 10 gifteds. If anybody in the stream has been gifted a membership or joined up to Rogue Studios, you got the badges next to your name. You got the emotes to use in the chat. You got Discord access if you want to join our server there and link your YouTube account. Some good stuff across the board. We're gonna be on the clock for this one. At least Turbine's close. So we gotta blast through this and then go straight to Turbine.
You're in. We need to locate the target. Protect the engineer.
Oh, everyone went to VIP? That's tough. Typically, I don't love doing VIP because it's, for whatever reason, takes longer than everything else. Well, we'll just see how it goes. Maybe I can solo eliminate the hostiles. It's not impossible. It might just take me a minute. But if you guys can blast through that, that works too, and then we can all meet at Turbine. That's my bad. I probably should have followed the group and not just blindly ran away. We are a max striker stack, so we're just ripping right now. This is a good build stress test here. Do a solo heroic countdown objective. Someone giving you a gift. They might have earlier in the stream, Leo. I can't recall if you were in there. I think you might have been. If so, welcome back to the club. What are you looking for on the chest? I need. Oh,
Immediate medical assistance.
that was tough. I need 2. One with crit chance and damage and gunslinger, and one with weapon handling, headshot, and spotter. Although I don't think I need armor on that one. I'd have to relook again. This is getting dicey. Striker is being pushed to the limits right now. And get out of this line of fire over here. We have 5 minutes left. I don't know if we're going to complete this one. We'll find out. And that's the thing, like, one little slip up on heroic can cost you the run.
High value target detected.
We got somebody pulled up here.
Hostile incinerator turret detected.
Let's get the flames going. Sorry if I'm missing chat right now. I'm trying to trying to see if we can salvage the runner. That's the problem with containment. I think everyone, or VIP rather, I think everyone's over there and it still isn't done. It just, for whatever reason, it takes way longer than the rest. And that gets exacerbated on heroic where everything takes longer. Wow. Tankiest flame turret I've seen in my life. Rod, the new season is not out yet. It's expected for 2 weeks from today,
You should be able to access the turbine now.
on the 29th. But that's not fully confirmed yet. We're awaiting that final official confirmation. All right, let's go.
Target neutralized.
We're not done. Oh lord, there's another wave. We're cooked. It's sunk cost fallacy. I'm too deep into this to let go of this now. Let's complete this one and then see if maybe they can get some progress started on turbine. That's so tough. I really thought that was gonna be it for us here. My guess is that this run we're not gonna quite get done.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Trying to hit the tanks. There we go.
Agent, we've reached the turbine. I need
Also
you to
doesn't help that this run was Riker's. The toughest to fight. Jeez. Rocket to the face there. All right, there we go. To turbine. We got less than 2 minutes. I don't think we're gonna do it, but let's find out. Does say I need a... Oh, people are already in there. Maybe.
Agent down.
Need a 4 out of 4 fenders chest with unbreakable. That would fix all my problems. I feel you there. Tyler, what's going on? I said you definitely do a good live stream. Thank you. I'll become a member when I get paid. Well, I appreciate that sentiment very much. As I will always say, though, being a member is not required. I appreciate your time. I appreciate you being here and watching the stuff I put out. So, real life obligations and bills always come before that. But I'm very glad you enjoy watching, and thank you for saying that. What's up, Leonardo? We've just been farming. I'm trying to get some pieces ready for builds for next season. And so, yeah. We have 40 seconds. Do I think we're going to do this? Not particularly. But I would love it if we did. Just got to get the objectives. There we go. We got the res. He's grabbing that.
Good to go. Just need to switch over to the new grid. This may take a while.
Yeah, we're not doing it. That's tough. That's tough. If we had another minute, we could probably get it.
Emergency lockdown
Yeah, that's my rule of thumb and countdown is never do VIP, because for whatever reason it takes way longer than the rest. Let's kill his boss and then see if we can extract still. Alright.
Accidental electrocution.
Yeah, Reaper, the VIP one can be tough. What's up, country boy? How's it going? No worries, Tyler. I appreciate you tuning in anyway. And, of course, there'll be plenty more opportunities in future streams, you know. Birdo, what's up? I'm doing quite well. Can't complain. How about yourself? We got Andrew in here as well. What's up, man? Very good to see you. Skull Leader, how's it going?
system curtailed. Enemy armed hostiles detected.
Somehow he missed that melee.
System reactivated.
There we go. Funnel him up the main driveway here. It'd be perfect. Yeah, come on up. He's got sledgehammer on him, that main hunter.
System restored.
Beautiful.
Hostile sensor drone detected.
Gotta get rid of that heal box. That's almost dead. There we go.
Assistance needed. System
Ooh.
curtailed.
I got sniped or something.
Off a flare so Torres knows you're ready to go.
Does this do anything on Heroic? I have no idea, but I kind of want to try it. It's not doing anything. Oh, it works as Striker. I actually don't think I knew that. You can see my stacks going up when I get hits.
I'll punch it.
That's kind of fun.
System restored.
Might for that helicopter to come in.
Torres is on her way.
No, they're coming down right behind me. That one's got sledge on him. Beautiful. I need to pick up all this loot. Chopper's almost here.
Let's get you home.
Alright, I'm just gonna pick it all up. There we go. Well, we didn't get the main objective, but that was a successful extraction part there. I think I'm out though. Yeah, me neither, Matt, but that's a pretty good strat there if you're on striker. Still got 173. I mean, even for the main objective failed, that's pretty good.
Safe area detected.
Alright, we will do another one, so I'll reinvite people in a sec. But first, good day becoming a member of Rogue Studios. Thank you so much, man. Got a bunch of people joining up. Thank you for the generosity, my guy, and thank you for supporting what I do on here. You got the badge, you got the emotes, you got the Discord access if you want it. So welcome to the club, and yeah. Thank you very, very much. Leonardo, how are you streaming from Xbox on YouTube? So I run a Elgato capture card through my Xbox to my PC. I then run OBS on my PC, which is a recording and streaming software, and that's where I stream it through there. All right, are any of these what I need? No. Another swing and a miss. All right, let's get people back in. I think I've got time for one more. Yeah, we'll do one more heroic run. See if we can get everyone in off this list here. That'd be convenient. And then it didn't update with Michael and Riley, I believe. So many is that? That's 6. I don't remember which one this was. Yeah, you're good, OG. I'll give it a second before we spin it up. All right, there we go. That should be everybody.
Agent has joined your group.
Yeah, I need to donate that to expertise. Get rid of the rest. There we go. Berto, are you hunting for anything specific? Yeah, I've got a few builds I'm trying to put together in preparation for next season. Currently, on my walker target, I'm trying to get 2 different chess pieces out of there.
Due to a personnel shortage, all on-duty guards are requested to remain at their post until further notice.
What are they selling on from the countdown vendor this week? I don't think I looked. Throwing the setup in the card. Nothing terribly good that I need. There you go. All right, is everybody mostly set? I'm gonna guess that was enough time. Let's go. And Michael coming in again with the 5 gifted. Thank you, dude. My goodness. Going to Shadow, JD, Logan, Benny, Narnar, and Cool Hank. Parentheses. Cool Hank. Again, Michael, thank you, dude. Thank you to everybody that's been super generous this stream. But you 5, welcome to Rogue Studios. If you're in the chat, please drop Michael a thank you
Communication relay
for
offline.
his kindness.
The True Sons have triggered a lockdown at the plant.
And yeah, welcome to Rogue Studios. Thank you again, Michael.
To lend legitimacy to their
And
cause.
everybody that, like I said, has been incredibly generous this stream. Love these streams for real. It's a pretty good time, OG. I would have to agree with you.
We need to shut down the broken transformers.
Thanks for being a part of it.
and restore the power grid.
What's up, Rex? We don't have a confirmed date yet, but it is tentatively set for... Ooh, we got close range damage on Heroic.
Activated. 15
That's a good
minutes
time.
lockdown.
It is tentatively set for October 29th. So 2 weeks from today.
Or overloading the power grid.
But we're waiting on that final confirmation.
Curtailed.
Makes my morning when I don't have to work. Well, that makes me happy to hear, man. There we go. Close range damage increased. Now we're getting this for sure. This will be the one. So let's see. The first run we missed our extraction. Second run we missed the main objective. This one I think we're hitting all 3. Or both, I should say. That'll be a good one to end off on. We got lab, cooling tower, and admin. Alright, I say we had lab and... Well, either one works, actually. I guess we'll leave these 2. Might even have time for all 3 with it being close range damage. Yeah, that's honestly, if people want to split off, that's fine. We might be able to do 2 at once.
Shape
We'll see what
test
shakes out.
detected. System breach initiated. Hostile sniper turret detected.
Harry, I'm afraid this is the last one I'm running, my friend. We're going to wrap this up and then wrap towards the end of the stream. But certainly next time we're doing stuff in streams, we'll get you in, man. Aussie, thank you very much for being here in chat, and I appreciate it. And I hope you have a great rest of your day and night as well. So Tanta in the club, what's going on?
Critical system
Good to see you.
exposed. Data transfer halted. Incoming. High risk hostile.
Look at the damage difference when you have... Jesus. When you have close range enabled. That's crazy. Yeah, we still have 12 minutes left. Let's get all 3, yeah?
Hostile striker drone detected.
We get lab and admin.
Hostile incinerator turret detected.
Seems like I'd say hi before the stream's ending. Indeed.
Hostile
Indeed,
assault
indeed.
turret
Meaning to stream on Friday so we can run some legendary. I would definitely like to do more varied times in the future. I just need to make an effort to get my schedule to work with that. So that'd be fun, man. Oh. Gotta check the drops. Alright, when people can get the close one, I'll go for the far one.
Hostile sniper turret detected.
Damage bonus is crazy, yeah. Quick loadout recommendations for the Bullet King. I would say Striker or Heartbreaker are both quite good options. Heartbreaker's getting buffed in about 2 weeks, so that could be a fun one. And so is the Bullet King itself, actually. I can't say I've used the Bullet King in a long time. Maybe someone has a better,
Area secure.
more what's the word I'm trying to say? Specified recommendation to give there. But I would say those two are pretty good. Yeah, we got 10 minutes. Let's hit. I say we hit admin and then we go get turbine.
Redirect excessive power to stabilize power.
No reason not to. Rogue not running his EB. It's the darkest timeline. Yeah, this is my like highest damage striker version. So since we're on heroic countdown, I figured I'd use this one. Is the new buff modes or this same as these? I'm not sure what you mean, Michael. Can you clarify? Where's the other server down here? Have you had any exotics yet? You mean in this stream, Harry? I got one from Descent. That was about it.
Incoming. High risk hostile.
Is there any difference in loot drop quality between heroic and challenging countdown options? Yes. You will get better drops on heroic than challenging.
Area secure.
Grab them. All right, beautiful. 8 minutes to do turbine. I think we're set. What exotic did you get from Descent? I think I pulled a Pestilence out of the cache. Are some of them the same as the countdown buffs? The new buff modes. I guess I'm not still fully sure what you mean, but if you mean like, are they adding the countdown countermeasures to like gear items or talents? No, that's not something they've announced. Matt, if you're headed out, man, as always, thank you for being here and thank you so much again for the generosity and support. I can't say it enough. Truly appreciated. Have a great rest of your day, and I'm sure I'll see you around quite soon.
Warning. Salt detected with transformer. Safety protocols activated.
You're gonna need to expose the transformer transformers and remove any busted fuses.
Power surge.
Indeed I am, Harry.
Follow emergency procedures to protect against accidental electrocution.
What the hell was that? I think the floor is electrified. Watch your step.
Redirect excessive power to stabilize power distribution.
Incoming. High-risk hostile.
Oh, that has Gunslinger, but I thought it was a blue. I've never personally felt that Heroic Countdown dropped more. Yeah, it doesn't drop, I mean, to my knowledge, it doesn't drop you any more loot quantity-wise, but the rolls on them will be better because you're on a higher difficulty. I agree with you that personally, I think challenging is the better option most of the time. But everyone was saying, let's try Heroic, so that's why we did it. And I do think, like, right now, if you have a coordinated group that you know can do it, then yeah, it's probably worth your time to just get the extra quality and rewards. But since you're matchmaking most of the time and you don't know who you're going to get, challenging's the better way to go.
Target approaching.
Anyone else?
Evacuate the
Oh, are you talking about
to lockdown.
the seasonal modifiers, Michael?
Good. Now you just need to switch over to the new grid. This may take a while.
What's up, Doyle? How you doing? Good to see you.
Incinerator turret detected.
Never got this electrified floor EMP thing. It's specifically in the turbine final objective, and you just have to get off of the ground when it charges up. It's like the floor is lava gameplay mechanic edition. So like right here, I would step up on this, and then I won't get it, whereas they did. Harry, not something I typically share out just for paranoid internet reasons. So nothing against you personally. It's just that's my choice there.
Power grid stable.
Floor's lava and div, I like it. That's always my favorite way to explain it. Can we get the Striga in Countdown, or is it going to be an exclusive drop? It's going to be on the Year 6 Season 2 Season Pass. So in order for you to get it for your first time, you'll need to get it from there. And then once you do, like the rest of the season exotics, it'll be added to the general loot pool. Or if you wait until the following season in Year 6 Season 3, then it will be automatically added to the pool, and then you could get it from Countdown, yeah. All right, beautiful.
Nice. The plant's secure. Now let's get you out of there. Move to the extraction point. When you're ready to come home, shoot off a flare.
Grab this. Endure, what's up? Want to say thanks for all the work you do to make solid videos and make them informative. Your channel is the first I go to. Thanks again. Hey, I appreciate that very much, my guy.
System.
You are very welcome for it, and it makes me very happy to hear that you think the videos are helpful and informative. That's almost always my top goal, so thank you for saying that, my friend. Working on plenty more of those variety ones right now for next season, so yeah, stay tuned. But thank you for being around.
Torres is waiting for your signal. Shoot off a flare when you're ready to come home.
System.
Again, we're just ripping through these guys with the close range damage. Do I need either of those? No. Oh, that's a chain killer. I will take that, even though it's not exactly what I need. I've always wondered if there's anyone who plays this game casually. That's the majority of the audience. I mean, which I think is true for any live game. The audience you always see is the one online who's the more hardcore. But the people who play this game, or we'll say the majority of people who regularly play and keep this game alive numbers-wise are the casual players. That's always the case. The silent majority, if you will, that you'll never see online, because that's not what they do. They just log on with their friends, play a few times a week. That's always the largest group. There we go. Beautiful run. We got the bell chorus. That was brutal. Sledgehammer and close range damage? Didn't stand a chance. Love your videos, especially DZ. Thank you. I've already got another one in the works after the, pardon me, the one I put out the other day. So, thank you. I'm glad you like them. I like them too.
Hold tight. Kilo inbound to your location.
I want to get back and start playing this game, but I feel like everyone just wants to grind and get the next best thing item build. Well, you know, I guess it depends on what kind of experience you're trying to get, because you certainly don't have to play with other people. You can do pretty much 95% of the content in this game solo. So, you know, I don't think you need to feel pressured by what other people are doing. If you want to take it at your own pace and just enjoy the environments and have fun, that's what you should do, you know? And I'm sure somewhere out there you could find people with a similar mindset, even if a lot of the people online are taking it more hardcore than you would prefer. Good runs, people. 186 credits right there. That'll be the last one for me, but huge shout out to the 7 people. I know we had Matt cycle in as well, so 8 people that we had doing it. Bennett said, I've got loot for you. Well, that's very kind. I'll shoot you another invite. So yeah, shout out to everybody that just ran the countdown runs. That was great. Last DZ vid was when the NPCs are wailing on you. I know. It definitely got me heated in the moment, but it was quite funny. I'm glad you enjoyed. Why doesn't, for some reason, Bandit says... Oh, it did. I'm just tripping. Right there. Oh, it's what you need? Well, even if not, man, I appreciate you looking out. That's kind of you to think of. Chances are it probably won't be, because I'm trying to get some very specific rules, but I will certainly take a look at it.
Agent is now in your group.
I need to look at these after. Crazy Rowdy becoming a member of Rogue Studios. Oh, he's got a bunch of chess pieces. Thank you, Bandit. Jeez. But Rowdy, thank you so much for joining up, my friend. He said, thanks for the runs. Thank you for the support, dude. I appreciate it greatly. You got the badge, you got the emotes, you got everything. Welcome in. Thank you for the love. Alright. Refer back to my thing here. Chess piece with Gunslinger, crit chance, crit damage. Okay, I had one with chance and armor regen. And then spotter. And those things. Alright, so we're good there. Thank you, though, Bandit, for looking out. So I needed spotter with crit chance of damage, so I'll probably use this and then I can roll that and we'll just lose out on the armor. Or I did get this one, which I could roll armor on if I'm fine to lose out on the crit chance. So we'll keep that as well. So we got those two. And then... Oh no, headshot and weapon handling. What am I talking about? What am I talking about? But then I have this one with crit chance and gunslinger. I'll keep that. No, I need headshot and weapon handling. I'm confusing myself now with what I need. We'll keep these ones for now. That's a good 3 to hold on to. And I think just while I'm live, I should, yes, Whitehouse, you can only recalibrate one stat. What's up, Tex? What's the farm for today? A few pieces for builds for next season. That's the general goal. I think I should craft a few while I'm live just to see if I have the streamer luck. Thank you again, Ben. Appreciate it. GG's. All right, I'll do 15 of these. So that's 1, 2, 3. So I need either, it's 4. I need headshot, weapon handling, and spotter.
Are no longer in a group.
Or I need crit chance damage and gunslinger. Because I want armor on both. 6. 7. I introduced my wife to gaming. I used to play alone all the time until she got me interested in built her a PC. Now she's addicted. That's awesome, Sergeant. I think it's a great way to spend quality time with people. Contrary to what some would say. Alright, that was 7. 8. 9. 'Don't forget about me. Shout out, Trickle. Not saying the full name. But shout out. 10. Dang, if that had been Gunslinger, that would have been it. You as well, Michael. Thank you for jumping in. And again, as always, for the generosity. Alright, I don't even know what count I'm on. How am I looking on resources? Oh, we're fine. Let's go till I almost fill up my inventory, shall we? Ricardo, what's going on? From the UK, welcome in. I met a lot of people through online games and they kicked me out face first. Nice people. Nah, we're just gonna keep ripping these until I'm full or don't want to spend resources anymore. Play Baldur's Gate 3 on split screen, nice. I got a bit bored of it. I mean, that game specifically, you can get lost in with the amount of stuff to do and change and everything. Dang! If it was just Gunslinger, that would have been perfect.
I should try making leather. It can't be that hard.
Alright, that was a lot. I also need a Badger holster with headshot and weapon handling. Let's see if I I got 10 slots left. Let's see if I get it in that. Oh, can I even craft a Badger holster? No, I can't. Never mind then. I can only do the ammo dump. So that's one I'll need to farm for. I also need Electrique with crit damage and hazard. See if we get that. Ooh, close. Nope, crit chance. 4 more. No. If that was hazard, that would have been it. Last one. Tough. Well, we got some that were close across the board. Nothing that was quite on. I'll keep this one. That's pretty good. And then I know we got a few here that were close. Don't really need that. I know I got a better one than that. This one, I'll keep that. Well, there we go. That's close enough, right? Happy to say I'm now the proud owner of 900 exotic components ready for next season. That is a lot indeed. Congrats. I think I'm at like 140. That's usually about where I hover at. Your opinion on tech weapon damage hybrid? Can't say I've made that build recently, but I'm sure it can be good. Anything can be good if you know, tinker it hard enough. There's some good options to that. I mean, like Hannah Yu, Empress, stuff like that. I could see it. Would you rather have more armor and no weapon damage with no healing skills, or a minimal armor with more weapon damage and more healing skills? Personally, I would take, I mean, this is just like how I play the game. I would take more damage and healing. But if you're asking that in terms of like making a build, that's totally up to you. Everyone's got their own preference there. Yeah, I'm with Satanta on that line of thinking. Rice, thank you for hanging out, man. Have a great rest of your day. And folks, that's going to do it for me as well. That's why I got time for today. We didn't get any of the specific pieces I wanted, but we got some that were close, which is certainly a good stepping stone and backup in case I need it. Thank you all so much for tuning in as always. I appreciate it. Frosty, what's up? I am unfortunately signing off, but I appreciate you jumping in. Limitless said, I finally hit level 5,000. Congrats. That's a very big milestone. Good looks. Appreciate it very much, Stefan. Look forward to seeing you there. Yeah, so again, thank you to all the people that jumped into the countdown runs. That was very fun. And now you have an excuse for another stream. Oh, you bet. I mean, we'll be live again next Tuesday. That's the plan. In case anything comes up. But yeah. So a week from today I'll be live again, and then a week from then we should have Year 6 Season 2 in our hands if everything goes to plan. So we'll find out very soon. Appreciate you all tuning in very much. Again, thank you as always for the insane generosity and gifteds and donations and everything. I'll forget everybody if I try and go through, but I know Rowdy joined up, Good Day joined up. We had Michael and Matt and Richard giving out gifteds. I appreciate it very much. Devon as well. So all of you who continue to contribute and support what I do in here, I appreciate it more than I can say. Yeah, plenty of videos coming in the meantime. Working on some ones for Year 6 Season 2 and more, so stay tuned. And yeah, I'll be live next week. So Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. See you very soon. Until then, RogueGold out.